Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bobby seizes Jada powers turned get together and leaves Rafe hysterical? Days of Our Lives reveals that Everett Lynch, also known as Robert Bobby Stein, is beginning to take a frightening turn. Obviously Everett's psychological state is declining and that his character switches are turning out to be more incessant. Bobby keeps losing control, but he might eventually take charge completely. Regardless, Bobby clearly has a plan for Jada Hunter, which is clear. Even though Bobby handed over the divorce papers after signing them, DOOL fans know that he doesn't really intend to let Jada go. In the aftermath, Bobby looked at his previous engagement photo with a cocky and somewhat sinister expression. According to Days spoilers, Jada doesn't know what's in store for her. Bobby clearly doesn't think Rafe Hernandez will be an issue in light of his egotistical communication with him as of late. Since Bobby is overflowing with certainty, he presumably figures he can make Jada experience passionate feelings for him very much as he did previously. Nonetheless, Days say it won't that straightforward since Jada has seen Bobby's genuine nature. Also, she's overwhelmed with passion for Rafe. Bobby might end up disappointed as his endeavors fall flat, so that could drive him to accomplish something uncommon. Will Bobby at last hijack Jada and attempt to compel her into a wound get-together? Bobby might abduct his ex-girlfriend with evil intentions and sink to his lowest mental state yet. Jada might pretend to be willing to be with Bobby by lying if this turns into a kidnapping crisis. Jada might try to act like they will always be together, but it might be too little, too late. Bobby might think that Jada is only telling him what he wants to hear and that she squandered her opportunity. This could result in Bobby deciding that no one can have Jada if he can't. This could be a disturbing situation. Bobby could plot Jada's horrid result while Rafe winds up on a frantic mission to think that she is before it's past the point of no return. According to the predictions made by our Days, Bobby will soon cause havoc in Jada's life. Alex's room kickback, Kristen rankles Brady, Constantine's structure. Days of Our Lives uncovers that Teresa Donovan will have a harsh day since she'll have two issues on her hands. To begin, DOOL fans can watch Constantine Meliunis complete a task that, at least from Teresa's point of view, will probably seem impossible. Days spoilers say Constantine will push Teresa to assist him with the prenup circumstance, so he might think she wants to figure out how to break in the safe and tear up the record. Teresa will confront some contention with Alex Kyriakis too, since she'll go crazy throughout his time between the sheets with Kristen DiMera. Since Alex is technically free at the moment, Teresa has no right to complain about where he sleeps. Teresa may accuse him of sleeping with Kristen to get under her skin, even though Alex might point that out. In spite of the fact that making Teresa desirous was unquestionably a variable, Alex likewise simply required some help since Teresa's been dancing around attempting to get him all worked up. There is a possibility that Alex will also level some accusations at Teresa and suggest that they should both be honest about what they really want. Prior to the field trip that he has agreed to chaperone, he will speak with Rachel Blackover with Brady Black. Brady and Rachel are going to the aquarium, but it looks like Rachel will first need to tell her dad some secrets. Rachel may tell Brady about what Kristen said about Alex being her new boyfriend. Naturally, Rachel might also mention that she saw Kristen and Alex sleeping together, at least if she saw them canoodling as Kristen wanted. Regardless, Brady will once more be furious at Kristen for her poor parenting and may confront her about what she is allowing Rachel to see at the DiMera mansion. According to Other Days, Kayla Johnson will advise Steve on how to make things right and push for peace between John Black and Steve Johnson. Steve and John were tense in the town square because of Constantine, but Kayla will think they should talk about it and remember their strong bond. Trip Johnson and Wendy Shin will make some last-minute preparations for their trip to Hong Kong across town. Day spoilers show that Wendy and Trip will say so lengthy to their friends and family in Salem and catch a flight before long. Obviously both Trip and Wendy could utilize a genuine break to assist them with managing any waiting injury connected with the hijacking, so this drawn-out excursion ought to help. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Ava Vitale will very much love to see Wendy and Trip flying out of the risk zone since Clyde Weston actually represents a danger. Because of this black book situation at the bistro, our predictions point to more Clyde drama. Follow us for updates on all the twists and turns. Kiss and Cosmetics, Conniver's got a plan. New Order's Days of Our Lives demonstrate a few over-the-top minutes in the place that is known for Salem to start the week off with a bang. Coming up on Days of Our Lives, one character encourages her partner to work with a friend to mend fences, two scheming characters continue to plot, and someone has new orders for their pawn. What dramatization is set to unfurl during Monday's show? Time to make a plunge. Steve Johnson receives encouragement from Kayla Johnson to patch up DOOL. Spoilers for Monday, April 29th clue that Kayla Johnson will sit down to talk with Steve Johnson about the issues he currently has with John Dark. Right now. Days of Our Lives. Stacey Hayduke stars in new Lifetime film. She'll probably tell her husband that Steve should be the bigger person and that Constantine Meliuni's statements were only meant to pit the Black Patch duo against each other. Will he consider her argument? Constantine Meliuni's needs assistance. Regarding Constantine, the day's spoilers for Monday, April 29th, suggest that he will seek assistance from Teresa Donovan. Maggie Kyriakis signed a prenuptial agreement with Constantine at the Kyriakis mansion, as fans saw, and then she locked it in her safe. While the Greek peered toward everything eagerly, it seems as though he'll require Teresa's assistance to attempt to turn around the circumstance. Will he demand that she accept the prenup? Will he attempt to change or destroy it? What precisely does this rogue have arranged? New pawn rules for Days of Our Lives. DOOL. Spoilers uncover that Constantine will be occupied not exclusively will he be at the forefront of Steve's thoughts and have Teresa do his offering, yet he'll pull that red control card he has out to give the pawn a few new orders. Fans ought to prepare themselves for something grievous to occur not too far off. However, what precisely does Constantine have at his disposal? Days of Our Lives say that nothing is ever as it appears to be in this made-up town of Salem. However, we knew that all around, correct? However, nobody is aware of Everett's next move or statement. Fortunately, Abigail Klein, who plays Stephanie on the popular soap Peacock, recently talked about Everett's situation and how things will move forward now that he has signed his divorce papers. Continue perusing beneath for all that you really want to be aware. Days of Our Lives. This is what's actually the deal with Everett. Abigail recently gave an interview to Soap Opera Digest in which she stated that Stephanie must have felt some relief at the news that she and Everett were able to move on. According to the actress, she feels like, okay, this is a huge step to get us back on track, whatever that looks like, she stated to the publication. She just feels like this is a big step forward because it completely closes that door to his past. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Jada also feels the need to rejoice in this moment. This is closure for Jada too, and Stephanie wants that for her friend, Abigail went on to say. Jada and this man have been going through this together. Naturally, Stephanie is unaware of even half of it. She doesn't really know much about their relationship, but she does know that Jada needs to get better and that Everett's return made these old wounds come back. So for Stephanie, she's telling Jada with the expectation that she will have conclusion, lastly have total recuperating from this. Spoilers for Days of Our Lives, what comes next for Stephanie and Everett? According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Everett decides to throw away the divorce papers. Later on, Stephanie figures out that Everett had a shift in perspective. She tends to that she felt that he was far off and needs to make quick work of why. She needs to know what's happening, describes Klein, taking note of that Everett not having the papers with him brought up certain issues. Did he simply overlook them? Is there something more that they ought to be aware of? Abigail demonstrated. The Peacock Network broadcasts Days of Our Lives. To find out what happens next, fans will simply need to tune in every day. Meanwhile, let us in on your thought process by leaving us a line with your viewpoints in our remarks segment underneath. Days.